Brokey runs right at him. He's out of ammo. The Nerds. Oh, so close. Nerds' heart must be pounding out of his chest, but he turns around in time. Oh my goodness.
7 HP remaining after the stab.
Oh, a little chuckle, a release of energy. Because that was something. That was real madness.
Oh, Rops used everything. Empties the magazines. Huge. 12-4. Smiles even on the faces of Faze. They're getting demolished here on Anubis in the same way they did it to Ence on Mirage. The favor is being returned.
A play being lined up by Snappy. Faze will throw whatever reaction they have available to them. They'll throw that fire out to slow them down, but eventually those resources will dry up. And Ence are going to respect it. They respect that utility thrown down, and it's probably in their best interest. There's 3 players set up inside of the A site. Although they don't know it, pressuring towards B is certainly the better call here. Rand sets up his own smoke, tries to play with a gap, but Snappy is wise to the trick. Goes in, wins that fight, and now Carrigan is spread thin, so he has to call for that rotation back from Brokey. Now Carrigan realizes you just can't sit back. You've got to go and fight. Zappias is in position to trade.
Yeah, good trade, good spacing as well. Brokey's going to step in next. Sunpias is so ready for that one. 17 kills now on Sunpias as he shoots up the scoreboard. 17 on Nerds as well. We mentioned a quiet first map from the Ence Stars. Well, here on Anubis, they've been very loud.
Now, this is a completely different occasion. Semifinal is a tale of 2 sides. Mirage and Anubis, both one-sided. It'll all come down to this decider. It's going to be Ancient. It's that 3rd map. And it is looking almost sure to come through.
Nine-round lead now as the bomb goes off. Madden on a hunt.
Oh, that's the Galil. Will turn at just the right time.
Yep, got a dink. Not strong enough to take him down. But Ence can see the finish line ahead. They can see Ancient in the distance. 3 more rounds needed. And Faze know it as well. They know the situation has gotten desperate. A force buy. They know they're so far back, they have to start putting rounds on the board if they want to even think about a comeback. Famas is picked up on Twist and Kerrigan. Brokey with the scout is going to miss a chance, and it's all at Rops. First kill delivered, but traded off immediately.
Madden moves forward to try and seize the gap in mid. And he sees that no one is here, so he's very deep without them realizing.
Here's those footsteps too. He's going to be calling that out. That Brokey just shifted over and rotated. Doesn't know who or what weapon it's carrying, but that's definitely a second player to align at the A site.
The bomb now focuses to B. Once again, Snappy will try and get through dark.
Well, the problem is if Snappy's not successful, Sunpias has no HP. He actually can't take that fight. So utility to try and pull Brokey out in the open in a very narrow miss. Madden's lucky to be alive. And once again, Ence shifting.
Is Carrigan about to come through the smoke? He is, and Nerds will turn. The flash comes through, it's ineffective because Nerds was already so deep. So that hasn't worked. The relief for Faze is not being felt. They're going to bring Brokey over on the rotate to B.
Yeah, but Ence doesn't really know where they want to end quite yet. And actually, this is dangerous. Faze is actually stacking this. Twist is here now as well.
Brokey spots out the B main play, and all it takes is a shot from the Flying Scoutsman. Madden charges in, the AK's recovered this. Brokey will do what he can, and they are low on a couple of players, but they're slithering away. They do not want to go anywhere near Brokey as he switches out to the FAMAS, where the bomb will go down on A.
If he can fund Sunpias quick, if he can turn this to a one-on-one quick, oh, that would be everything. Brokey's got a real chance at this. Plenty of time left in the bomb, but he has out.
Oh, no. He hits the gun! Sunpias doesn't get it in time, and now Brokey is on for this. Laser-like shot so far, and Snappy, he's posted in. Hey man, all the way far away. Brokey's got so many positions to clear, and he doesn't have a kid on his back.
The crowd wants it.
And so does Brokey. but the plant is planted perfectly for Snappy in this exact position, and he is not going to fall for it. He knows that Brokey's going to fake first. He's going to swing into the fight, and Snappy confidently clutches it out. Ooh, Brokey makes a meal of it, but Snappy does not let it happen.
Really smart, intelligent play from Snappy to just bide his time. It might be assuming there's a tap, but also a force buy like this from Faze. And you can make the educated guess that a kit won't be one of the resources they brought in. He knows it would be a long diffuse, had a few more seconds to stall out Brokey. Okay, I like that. The Ence fans finally with something to cheer about. They've got a third map coming.
You cannot go without talking about Twists and how quiet the performance has been on this map from him. Only managed 4 kills so far. We talked about the impact he's been able to get here in Dallas. To go missing here on the stage in the second map, it's going to be frustrating to him, but Faze will just have to put this one out of their mind and refocus going into map 3. They will send Brokey up on top of this boost. Ence are around the corner with multiple players. Here comes that util. And Brokey descends just at the time they move.
Oh, and Rain trying to make a run for it. Trying to do anything to give his team an advantage. Good find from Brokey, good flash from Kerrigan, and he's going to stand tall.
Yeah, Brokey's so many angles to worry about, and he doesn't get anything from any of them. And now Rops is far back, but there's a twist, and he finally comes to light, comes to action, denies that bomb plant. Still quite a bit of time for Ence to try and recover, but now they realize they've got to deal with two sides to this attack. And while they do it, it's 15. And that is map point locked in for Ence. Not only that, but it's more symbolic than that. It's a lifeline in the playoffs. And a statement that they are not going to go down without a fight here. They are coming back in a big way.
They've been so composed and so confident across this whole map, and you can see it in this round, sending people forward, but spacing is tough for Faze to read. Confident to sit back and just find the follow-up kills, supportive elements as Faze stream in. And this map has been a battle cry from Ence that they want that grand finals. They want a second crack at it. They failed in the grand finals last year. They want to recover. They want to win it this time around to make up for 2022.
That will have to wait at least a round longer, because this is an iron hold from Faze. The most convincing rounds we've seen from them, and of course it comes as soon as you hit 15.
Yeah, well, there's a little economic reset here for Ence as they finally run out of funds, so this one might trickle on a little bit longer. Ence would have to win 11 rounds straight to take us into overtime, and that just doesn't seem possible with the way Snappy is calling, with the way Sun Pius is playing, the way Nertz is playing.
The investments in this round are just a deagle for Snappy, a P250 for Nertz. And it is so great to see Nertz actually get some legs under him, because Mirage, he tried a lot of aggressive maneuvers. He tried to just play as he would in any other game and did get punished by Rops quite a bit. So for him, it must be a big relief to actually get something done here on Anubis.
Yeah, wonderful. And when talking about his inexperience, to be able to bounce back in the fashion that he has into Anubis is something that can sometimes be very tough for the newer players to the big stage, but he's handled it very, very well. We'll have eyes on him on Ancient as the third and deciding map as soon as we get there.
Pius locked in now. Brokey doesn't care that he's taking some damage. He's still emboldened to take that fight. Moves forward and gets the second kill around for Faze. And Ence are just seeing if there's any sort of weakness, and there isn't. The bomb's up in the rugs. There's no way really for that to break through. Twist is tasked with focusing on the A connector walk, and Rops has his backside. It's just Madden. No bomb in his hands, no dream, no chance, and it's 6 rounds for Faze. They will prolong this game. And now the money returns for Ence. So back to the rifles and a chance to close in this one.
Round 22. Good utility, double up setup for Faze. Rops with one at the A-bomb site. Brokey takes his towards middle. And Brokey will see nothing. Kerrigan, however, might be first contact. Flashbang takes him off the angle. Nerds never spotted him close to the left. Defensive smoke deployed for Kerrigan to stall out and allow those AWPs to get to work.
Oh, D-Hop burned away. Not allowed access just yet. We'll have to respect that. And the smoke comes in too. Snappy had the flash ready to go. Faze will delay their plans. Or will they? D-Hop's fine moving through on the smoke fade. He timed that to perfection, in fact, with the smoke fade of the T side. And he wanted to catch Robs, perhaps sleeping a little bit. But D-Hop doesn't get that kill. And now Robs is locked in that D-Hop is in that corner. So he's not going to let him out. He's trapped. But it does make Robs focused on this side of the map as Ence go elsewhere. And they're going to try and get through dark. They're going to try as they might. Rain with just one on the CT side. Snappy comes in, leading them to victory here on Anubis. It's a 3 versus 2. Robs will keep the dream up, and so will Brokey on the rotation back in. Sends the nade deep, but Madden catches him, and now it is just Robs.
Swapping out to a rifle left in spawn. 1v2, he does have a kit. He's got a Molotov to work with as well. That can go down to Snappy's position with 19 HP. He wouldn't be able to challenge the Flames.
Oh, so the Flames go in. Will they spread? Will they tickle away Snappy from life? But they won't. They won't go deep into dark, of course, and so Robs has to try and force them to fight him. They have to force him to peek, and with Snappy gathering info that he's not sticking it, Robs has to go into that fight, and he wins the first one. Now he's sticking it, now he's holding it, and the swing comes in. Ence will confirm victory here on Anubis. They're back in a big way, and the dream reignites for a grand final showing in Dallas, back to back. Smoke and a kit for Carrigan. Keep eyes on whether that will become important. As we look at Ence starting to set up outside of A, all the utility being tossed out, Smoke immediately sent forward. It's the mid-prong to the approach being set up currently. Rain wants to see it, wants to spot it, leaves Cave and goes ahead. The head is chopped off the top of Sampayas, and you'll see those players leaping towards the donut, but the A defense is non-existent. You've got Carrigan back in Temple, that's the only player you've got, and you don't even have in anymore. Dia with a headshot, and the bomb is down for Ence.
Yeah, passive defense, a very passive defense from Faze is going to allow this bomb plant to go down. Brokey slid into the bomb site already. Now towards Donut. Robs has so many. A good first kill. No pounce just yet. Snappy's still here. Oh, and it's going all the way of Ence.
The twist is still up, and we have seen what he's capable of doing when he has that USB in hand at the start of these maps, and here he comes out of the Temple. It is suddenly just Madden alone in this world. All of his teammates gone, and Twist has the kick. He's on the defuse, and it doesn't even matter. Rain with the headshot closes it out. And that's Faze Clan up first.
Yeah, there's Rain just delivering once again for Faze. An all-important triple kill on a tough retake. And a tougher retake once Carrigan went down. But Faze recovers and win the pistol. Plant means Ence can buy in the second rounds. I mean, they can still fight back. AK is going to be in the hands of Snappy. Khalil's picked up on Sampayas and Diha and Nertz. Light on nades, but they've got rifles.
Utility immediately tossed into his elbow. I want to deny Ence that early mid-control. And Faze actually getting aggressive through Cave. They want to get into his Jaguar in the spam. It's good. Twist spawns out the boost. He's so unlucky not to come away with a kill.
Look at the damage done, though. Look at how he's handled Nertz and Diha. They're going to be so out of the fight. And Twist has to know he's done good damage to two. Dinking one on the jump off.
And that's why he's so confident to go and try and punish it.
Playing a dangerous game, though. Snappy and Sampayas from B lane. Now remember as well, Ence came into this round with very little utility. They don't have a whole lot of options. And with mid-control, Twist can activate Brokey and Rain at will. They opt for the defensive smoke to stall this out even further, but Ence have to be wondering how they can possibly win this round.
Oh, and Snappy sends himself into the fray. It is Brokey that is overwhelmed, and that's such an important kill to gain some space in this round for Ence. And Snappy is still willing to throw his body at the matter, but they still got to get through Rain. They still have to break through him. And the bomb starting to shift its way up the ramp, but this is the fight that matters. Rain does not allow them in. No problem for Rain. Madden will best Carrigan in the duel, but Rain has come back. Oh, Madden as well. What a clothesline being set up. Rain stood no chances, so it is Twist that comes back in. Oh, Twist! North America's greatest player is back. And he runs over as well, and that is so good to see as he stops Ence from getting anywhere near the site.
Yeah, even ignoring that second player he spotted to stop the bomb plant, coming back to it later, cleaning up a kill. He did the damage earlier on in the round, excuse me. But this is all set up by Rain. A brilliant double in Cave. Sets Twist up for the hat trick.
And that's going to fire him up after a very quiet map. After a map he found zero impact on, and Carrigan straight away confidently running down the B ramp.
This is an early taste of what Faze can bring to the table on these critical maps. Rops now at the big box.
He could be overwhelmed, he could be overrun, but Rops handles it. He's got Twist as well, and there's no way you get through. Just Snappy on his own. He's so far away, so he's about to be taken. Carrigan will get some money in the bank, and what a great start from Faze.
Fantastic start from Faze. Snappy's just hoping someone's going to wander into the crosshair. And Brokey is closing in behind him. They have to know exactly where Snappy is located. And he'll be a freebie for Carrigan. 3-0. Oh, so quickly. 5 kills on Twist, 5 on Rain. I think we can all get behind that one.
Catching strays. Ence's turn to show us some fight as the AKs arrive. This time, the utility's led into middle. It's very late from Twist, in fact, and so Ence can get out. They can get this mid control, and Twist, he wants to stand and fight, and it's a bit risky, so he drops behind the red smoke.
He never found the timing he wanted with flashbangs, I think, running in from a teammate over the wall, so wisely just gives it up. However, Rops has shifted out of the A-bomb site, even despite the mid-pressure being taken from Ence, so this is an issue because Ence is going to march right in. They're not going to wait any longer. Utility is down, and Rops and Twist rotate back and call it out, unfortunately, to their team. There's nothing they can do to stop this bomb site being taken.
Rops elevated. And he's blinded. A second flash now arriving.
I think they have to save. I don't know if you can actually go for this 5-on-5 retake. You have one smoke, one flash, you've got one kit, and they're way out of position.
Oh, Flash will set up the MP9. It's expendable. You can throw that in and see what you can get. Carrigan does pick up that first kill, but there's not really much going here for FaZe other than that. So, second flash coming out. They're diving out of the temple. Carrigan's continuing this, and so are FaZe. They're on the side, just swarming it. And that and Nerds and Diha are doing their best. And Rops is now just trying to pull it away. That's exactly what he does, but the time, it eludes him. Not enough time to pull off the ridiculous round. So he'll slip away. He'll get some kills added to the tally, but FaZe will not find the round.
Yeah, I'll eat my words a little bit there. It was an unlikely retake from the get-go, but FaZe had so much money built up off the 3-0 start that they were more than willing to sacrifice all those weapons to do great damage to Ence's economy. 0 players survived for Ence in a round win. Backs against the wall economically, limit on utility due to it. So FaZe willing to swallow a short-term loss for a long-term gain. And let's see if they can capitalize.
This is a classic snappy call, the whole pack together, the whole gang running down Rain. Well, he does not really have too many issues inside of the cave. He's a master of it. He's inside of the site with plenty of teammates to assist him, and so the rifle is using that distraction. And Brokey and Rain, well, they just destroy Ence upon the run to B. And it is only Diha who now realizes this round is over. He's smoked out and shielded away for just the time being.
Those kinds of rounds were Snappy's bread and butter. They were Ence's bread and butter on the rise up the ranks of the professional scene last season. Those changes of pace, those low economies with the MAC-10 mixed in to create some chaos. FaZe handle it just perfectly. No sweat.
Diha realizes that is a very good smoke for Rain. Still going through the motions, Diha. But it is inevitable that Rain will erase him. And so is the money for Ence. It's gone. That quick round was the fastest possibility at winning the round, but also at losing it. Now they're staring down the barrel of a likely round loss again. This setup was so nice to watch between Rain and Brokey. Realized, oh, Madden's alone in cave, so Rain can swing out and fight the site.
This defense is looking pretty comfortable so far.
Yep.
Outside of a hiccup of rotating out of a bomb site entirely, they've had no problems. Decent amount of money as well. Twist once again looking for that boost. It's Brokey to find it in middle. Takes the head off of Nerds, and Rain is ready and waiting.
Oh, good spam, but Rain doesn't know how close he was. One more bullet would have done it. They're so close to these kills, but Rain's run out of ammo. And Madden seizes that timing. Uses his instinct to run on in.
Senpai spotted Brokey. I don't know if they're actually going to try and attack into him. Twist comes around. Twist takes the stance, and Brokey's got him covered as well from the right side. Just down to Snappy. Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
Laser precision from Brokey through the box. A chance there for Madden to maybe get a bit more damage done, but that was always the outcome we expected. Now Ence buy up again. AWP out for Sampaius, who is yet to get a kill. 0-0-6 right now, so you want to see Sampaius get involved. It'll be a bit tough to see what sort of impact he can get on this T side, but you're going to be throwing a lot of cash at him.
Snappy calling a timeout as well. Wants to have a conversation before we start getting into the real gun rounds, the important rounds, because they're down 1-5. Don't want to start in much bigger of a hole than this. And that's going to hope to stave off an absolute disaster with this timeout. Get everyone on the same page.
Rain and Twist have come out looking hot. Rob's 6-1 as well.
And I mean, look at the way Rain has played in this series. Mirage, great impact on Anubis, at least early on. Great start here, and considering the position he plays, over towards Jaguar, over towards Cave, such a critical part of the map to have such a high impact player and a player who's at the peak of his game right now. It'll be a problem for Ence this entire half.
Nerds out mid, and Brokey. How many wall bangs are we gonna see today? Madden just shows a pixel, and that is enough. Snappy this time fights out Rain and actually wins that, so it's one of the only times Rain has left that gap open towards Cave.
Kerrigan's gone passive at the B bomb site.
It's the only one there.
Brokey and Twist now sliding up towards Red Room mid-stairs to get some information. Brokey can cover if Twist wants to get aggressive.
Because they've lost control of B and they have no mid control, this feels uncomfortable for Faze, and so they're going to start to challenge a bit more from mid. Brokey doesn't want to hang around. They're leaving Twist out towards Red Room. But Snappy's getting inquisitive. He wants to take some more control. He wants to know how much of this cave that he currently occupies.
Robs is pushed all the way forward in A main, so he can have a jump, and it's also is telling his team, like, no one is outside A. They have to be coming donut if they attack this part of the map. But now Twist has shifted into very, very far away from the B bomb site as well. This is all on Brokey and Kerrigan. If they don't deliver a defense, it's over.
Lovely shot again from Brokey, nearly a collateral. But he'll go back, load up the laser. Here he is, full power. As Brokey goes back in again, and Sampaius is lucky to get away, but the pistol pulled, and Brokey's ready for the repeat. There's no getting near his sight, and the bomb is down at B. And Nerds, he was a late game piece, but they don't even get in a position where he is useful.
Get Brokey the ace. He's got 4 kills. Let him hunt it down. They just spotted Nerds. He's running over. 10 seconds left. He wants all 5. He's crazy enough to go through the smoke.
He is. And when you have that tantalizing carrot at the end of the stick, the ace in front of you, you want it. You want to collect it. There it is. He's got 5. Brokey at the last second confirms it.
Well, now it's an issue for Ence. Rain has stepped up early. Twist has stepped up early. And Brokey has just decimated you.
Double up setup here for the CT side. And the way Brokey is playing, there's no slowing down.
Faze is starting to get fired up. They're starting to have a lot of fun with this one.
Kerrigan maybe a little bit too fired up, goes down and gets fired by Snappy. Brokey's trying to make up for that. Ence do not peek. Maybe Rain, does he go back again? If he does, edge around the corner. Snappy's ready up on top of the boost, and Rain doesn't look like he's ever going to walk around.
No.
Sit back, stay disciplined. Brokey spots a pixel, but no kill.
Yeah, not in a 4v5. Rain won't take that push. However, he will find some safety in Cave around the edge of the smoke. Once again, a shift as they want to get aggressive in towards middle. So Twist, Rops, and Brokey are establishing control of mid. They can wrap around quickly, but the hit's going to come in a little bit early. Brokey's trying to hustle back, but he won't be there in time.
Yeah, and he's caught behind the smokes as well here, Brokey. He'll go for the shot. It is Twist who picks up the first kill on Nerds. Remember, there's still Rain inside of Cave, and that's such an important play here as they barrel back into him. Rain collects 2 lives forced out of Ence, but maybe they can force their way through to a victory in this one. It's all about the flank, and it's a double upset for this retake. These aren't the weapons for the job, but perhaps they are. Robs and Brokey bring the snipers to town, and Faze makes sure the retake happens.
The double flank. Robs being so patient behind Twist's aggressive flank, and Ence never saw it coming. And once again, a critical double kill from Rain to give the chance in the 2v2 to open up the possibility for this retake.
That one hurts if you're Ence, because you feel so close. You feel like you've got yourself into a very winnable position, and these rounds have been few and far between at getting close to getting over the line. And for Sampaius, just think what's going through his mind right now. 0-8, yet to get a kill. And as the AWPer, you're seeing so much AWPing success on the other side, and you are not able to match that.
And the second best player of this tournament up to this point, up to this series. That's a lot of production Ence is missing out on right now.
And he's going to know that. That's going to be in his own head. Now we get to see the true test of his power of mind to get back into this. Round 9 begins with both teams with solid buys.
The only opening kills provided for Ence in this half so far have been provided by Snappy towards Cave.
Maybe they can find one in mid. Brokey able to drop back in time before he's caught. But they are heating things up in the red room, and he is so fortunate to escape that madness. And so they send Rops' aggressive hop in towards a main. The second player to commit is Pius. And maybe this is where the Spaniard can get involved. Maybe this is where he breaks it. And he gets his first kill on that board. Robs is gone, but there's Twist still here. And the rifle is close, and Pius not ready. Twist will maul him, and he's got more to do. But there's too many angles to worry about, and Twist can't handle it. Diha, the destroyer, moves forward.
Oh, and he gets another one. That's Kerrigan, and that should secure the round. Not enough time has been bought for this flank to really have impact. Diha turns and looks. They might have heard a footstep. All three are looking, and Diha's got it with the AWP. What a great round. Quad kill for Diha. Gets Ence another one, and Twist might be a little bit frustrated. A team flash from Brokey really negated his play. Put him in an awkward scenario. But what a round from Diha.
Really did everything in his power to get through, and even at the end gets that final check.
Timeout from Faze Clan, not because things are unraveling in any sense, but yeah, see, that's their frustration. There's the flashbang, and Robin just trying to give him a pat on the shoulder to calm him down. He'll be focused up moving forward, but Faze calling this timeout because they're out of money after this buy. Running out of funds, so if they want to run up this scoreboard, it's got to be a victory here so they can sustain moving forward.
Instant red smoke thrown out by Diha. Well, Twist challenge with Rops. It looks like they want to send some forces to lock in mid. Some Pius has gone back towards A, and so have a lot of Ents here. They might try this A split right away at the start of the round. Nerds a little bit worried about committing there, so he's just going to drop back at any sign of resistance. And Brokey's got his AWP in the right place, but he wasn't ready at the right time. And now they're coming. He has to get in towards the donut, and here they go, right into Brokey. He starts to pull them closer. He's even got the rifle of Twist beside him, but he's not going to do anything. Twist does not step up. Instead, it is Kerrigan who gets that rifle presence.
Yeah, here's Brokey though, around into the smoke. Support flashbangs over, just delaying this, buying time for those smokes to fade for Brokey to feel more comfortable.
There's a gap he can play with. He goes for the shot, the pre-fire, but it doesn't work out. And Rain on the rotation has not made it happen. Faze are down to 3. The numbers evened out.
Yeah, but they've stalled this out for so long that there's no more utility. They can actually start peeking in, and now it's on Ence to find an opening to get this bomb plant.
And Kerrigan out of the temples didn't seize his chance. Oh, if Pius turns back in the AWP, you can't miss. You have to take that first chance, and Pius punishes it. Madden's moving into the temple, but Rops is a master of violent meditation. He turns back and sees it, but it's not meant to be. And this is what we wanted to see from Pius. This is the impact he needs to deliver if Ence are to get back into this.
An excellent triple kill from Pius, and what an important round. That's our high impact kills. Faze, everything taken away from them, and no money with which to fight in round 11. The groundwork has been laid by Ence to come back in this map.
That's the great way of getting the info for the final shot. And for Pius, a weight off his shoulders, he's starting to find that impact. Back to back now with the AWP. Nerds out mid, no resistance to be expected in this round from Faze, but they will try with the one flash to set themselves up for the mid fights. They do cause a bit of a problem. Rain's USP between the eyes of Nerds. A lot more needed to really write home about. That's going to be Ence in a comfortable spot now.
Rain's just going to grab the M4, try and survive. Maybe try and take a gun away. Here's a clash, and ooh, Madden spotted it. He knows what's up. He knows where you're hiding. Snappy, Diha, and Pius all streaming across the map to take care of the situation. But Madden doesn't want to wait. Grenade is out. Pretty good, but no armor, and the aim punch is brutal. Ence now within 3. Dang. Homeboy must not have been here for Anubis.
He missed that one. It was pretty quick, so if he was getting a snack, he was waiting in the queue. I don't blame him, but we get back in. Round 12, kicking things off. Faze Clan will have some weapons now to play with, but this is Ence going quick. They tried a quick B play earlier, it did not work. It was shut down, but this time it's just Carrigan, and he gets cleared out. Snappy has no issue with the SMG. It's speeding up and cutting through the defense. And speaking of defense, there's not much left.
No, that's classic Ence, man. They just steamroll. And again, Snappy providing an opening kill. Robs, Twist, and Brokey have to try and save, have to try and back away. And Brokey's found himself around through the smoke. Robs is going to secure himself an escape route.
I like that Snappy is confident enough in his own calling to go for that again, because he did try that earlier and it got absolutely shut down. But this time, sends himself in, leads the charge with a Mac-10, and it pays off.
Oh man, it's almost a shame that Brokey doesn't have a kid. You could see a world in where he actually tries to turn this into a ninja, but he realizes it's just the escape that he wants. One kill, a parting gift, and he won't be able to make it out. Madden finds him through the smoke, but Ence is up to 5.
Ence are absolutely in this map now. It was sort of questionable at the beginning, but with some pies delivering impact, building money up now too, and Ence are feeling comfortable. They're forcing a timeout out of Faze.
Yeah, well, it was a 7-1 run to start the map for Faze. It's now been 4 in a row for Ence.
It's usually
4 in a row.
It's usually Faze who start maps slow and have to come back. They get a strong start this time, and it's Ence that have been chipping away at that lead. It is on the T side of Ancient, where you would expect some impact to be found and a lot of rounds to be collected.
I think you could see a little bit more at times of an aggressive defense we've seen from Faze in this map. They mentioned one thing in the loss they took to G2 in the quarterfinals on this map. Part of the reason they felt was that they actually beat themselves, decided to go a little bit too passive, so not wanting to make that same mistake here. 2 M4s, Twist and Rops, upgraded pistols on the other 3 players for Faze.
In low buy rounds, if they have weaker weapons, they have challenged mid. Tried to create some chaos in mid. Twist is hung out to dry, and Nurse, oh, he'll commit. The second with a long-winded spray.
That's just a steady stream of flashbangs popping over the wall behind him. Makes it nice and comfortable for Nerds to stand and fight.
Twist is just staring at the wall the whole time. When he's finally unblinded, he is dead. And Nerds has continued this straight up into red.
Yeah, good little confidence round for Nerds. He was the other player like Sunpias that was a little bit slow to start here on Ancient in this third map, but this is a good way to get some kills on the board and make him start to feel a bit more comfortable, ease him into the third and deciding map.
Well, he's fighting to make a grand final in his first showing. It's wild to see the rise of Nerds and how good he has been getting slotted into this Ence team immediately.
Yeah, his first big stage game right here, right now at the IEM semifinal stage in Dallas, and the second one might be the grand finals. Quite a learning curve.
Quite the deep end throw. And moments away from confirming and stepping up. The resurgence on the T side continues, but money is back for Faze, which means they can get that ult back for Brokey. And that has been the key. That has been the shining light for this Faze Clan side in the impactful moments. They got it back again. Not a lot of utility here for Faze, so Twist has obviously got the most of it as that mid player, so he's going to be tossing that out, I'm sure, just trying to stop Nerds from getting out, but some of the players are a little weaker. Here comes that standard util out from Twist. He's going to challenge this time. He's not alone. He's got Robs with him, and he is charging right up to the ledge.
More aggressive than before. Rain comes out of the smoke to his death. Twist falls to his death as Nerds pops out in the open. Rops is barely holding on. But look at the A bomb site. Snappy's already in. He's already deep. He's already going to be wrapping around and preventing rotations. Sunpias will bring the bomb up late. But this round has Ence written all over it.
They were so ready for that exact maneuver. Nerds came out, didn't even second guess, didn't even question where Twist would be playing from. And Snappy, look at that. Brokey had no idea. He's wondering, okay, he's all the way behind me. They pushed that far that quickly. And it's Faze just having to look at a save if possible, because Madden could still cause an issue here for Carrigan. Was walking right into Jaguar, and oh, nearly the bite from Madden, but Carrigan will take the AK.
Hold the phone. Rops is
still around, but Dia's watching. Dia's watching for him. And Dia's going to immediately assassinate any chance at a pass back from Rops.
Yeah, that is a nice quick kill from Dia. And it was his quad kill round that got them on the start of this run, all the way back in round 9. This is about to be the 6th round in a row for Ence. They're doing what they couldn't do on Mirage, which is rip the momentum out of Faze's hands.
It's really decisive calling as well. It's really nice to see how quick the reaction was based on they knew that was the mid-aggressive setup from Faze. Twist couldn't hop up on the box, so he couldn't actually work in tandem with Rain's push out of cave, so it ended up just looking a little awkward. This is Rain getting punished, then Nerds, look how ready he is. Just sees Twist right of that box. Knows that the molly would have prevented him from changing and going anywhere else.
Final round of the first half, we play for a lead going into halftime. Faze scrape together what they can. 4 rifles, light on utility, but a pretty solid buy. They would love to go into the second half having stopped this run. If Ence can end this on a 7-round streak to take the lead, they set themselves up so nicely for their defensive side.
Sampaius is being placed up on top of those boxes. They want him to crack open this round. The smoke will land from Faze in front of him. That severs off that supply. And now they walk to Brokey. The deagle to the body shots. Rain's rifle does nothing. Brokey finds an AK and tries to get out of it, but quick movement from Brokey completely bamboozles Snappy. And Faze are up a player. They swing on down and they bring the fight in the final round of this half. And there is no fight back from Ence. They do well to come back in this and make a competitive game. But Faze will be taking the last of the first half. Diha slithers out, but what a reaction from Rops. The turn to close, and Faze will leave this first half of the deciding map of the semifinals with a round advantage.
Here it goes. I talk to my plants like they're babies.
Do you?
He says, do night. Oh, my little babies. Oh, you need some water, babies.
Hey, you don't have to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It just helps you create an affordable price. Like a good neighbor.
That's how it ends.
We play again. That was so fucking ass.
Nah, I'm gonna head to bed, I think. I gotta.
Here it goes. Here it goes. I talk to my plants like they're babies.
Do you?
He says, do night. Oh, my little babies. Oh, you need some water, babies.
Hey, you don't have to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It just helps you create an affordable price. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
It's not like the good old days.
It's not like the good old days.
It's not like the good,
It's not like the good old days.
Stop parroting everything. Instead, drink a Red Bull and think for yourselves.
Since when do you dictate what we do?
Exactly. You're not the boss of us.
Power to the people!
Oh, well. Individuality often complicates things.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Let's go. routine.
Loki must be stopped.
Left to decide who the second grand finalist is going to be. We're still a little bit on the world of some Pius and Nerds watch. Bottom of the scoreboard for Ence this half. What a step up it would be if those guys could deliver to close out this map. And Faze rushing P.
And the setup has just arrived here. The two CTs have just got here in time. And Nerds looks to shut the door on this B play. Madden helps him. And Faze are getting nowhere. This is fantastic to kick off the second half. Not a chance to fight. And Brokey, even with all his might, it's not enough. Nerds will sweep them under the rug. Only a little bit of damage done to Madden, but no problem for Ence.
That last round of the first half was just a hiccup, it appears, because Ence is so on point. Good shot from Nerds to open things up. Blunt the attack and let Madden go to work. Right here, first player is out. That gives Madden so much space to swing out wide. Great range for the USPs. We're all tied up at 8. And without a plant, Ence have a huge advantage. Faze sits back on unarmored Glocks.
They're going to try and charge out mid. Going to use some of the strength in numbers to try and make something of these Glocks, but this setup from Nerds is pretty solid, but he has run out of ammo. He'll rely on the rest of his teammates to make sure this one's clean, and it will be clean. That's Ence claiming the lead.
Yeah, no stress. No good fights found for Faze. But now they get the rifles out. Now they get the AK-47s. And let's see what Kerrigan's going to do with this offensive half.
You see what Snappy was able to muster a couple of quick rounds that caught them off guard. Wrangled them 7 on the T side. Kerrigan will obviously have to do better than that if they want to take this victory. Mid-nades thrown in on the side of Ence, but it's a heavy lean towards B from Faze. There's 2 T-smokes thrown up on top of the B ramp. They're allowing Kerrigan to use this bit of a gap at the side of it. And the flashes are set up from behind those B doors. They unleash the captain, send him in. Brokey's gonna help. Sampai's though sweeps 2 legs from underneath Faze. Finally, it looked like he was overwhelmed, but Sampai's does not go down easily. He does not go down without a fight, and he still stands. But Faze clan do not. The time is ticking. It is just rain. It is all left on him. Everything in this round rests on his impact, and it will not be felt this time.
Man, Sampai's gets bailed out by a flashbang from God. Blinds Kerrigan as he's about to turn the corner. Buys him precious extra seconds and a 3rd kill in the round. What a defense delivered. Called out Sampai's and Nerds right in the pistol round. Nerds was huge in the opening. And now it's Sampai's to have an impactful round on the CT side. Ence with a 2-round lead.
And this forces FaZe Clan to make the decision to half invest, get the scout out on Brokey, get the Tech 9s in behind it. We've seen a few times in Anubis they were able to find a path with these weaker guns, with these upgraded pistols. They're hoping they can find a similar round here. Out mid, they try to challenge. They're gonna have to deal with heaps of utility landing towards them. And so they transition their focus towards A. Well, they will once again meet Sampai's. He only has a scout, and so the AWP Sampai's has no issue.
Robson Kerrigan want nothing to do with it. Recover the scout. Attempted boost, it looks like, to try and peer and see if they can catch Sampai's off, getting a deeper angle. It's possible.
It might work.
Spotted. Won't work at all. Sampai's too smart, too prepared.
So now where do Faze go? Out through middle, perhaps they can try and push in towards B. That's their only option left, and there they go. Twist with a bomb, who could have got caught on the cross.
Yeah, well, Nertz at least got the information. Heard the shot ring out, saw him jumping over towards the box. Kerrigan's trying to provide what cover he can with any kind of a repeat from Donut. 43 seconds left on the clock for this final play from Faze. And it's a very safe, passive defense.
They've got a smoke here. Kerrigan's going to throw that out, so they might actually just be able to slip out and get a bomb plant at a minimum, and that's, of course, the main goal in this kind of round. But Twist, it's heating up, but that's not going to spread, and he might just get away with it. The plant doesn't go in. Not even a single bit of mercy. It was milliseconds away from being locked in, but an 11th round for Ence continues to add up on that tally.
Yeah, dang, they deny everything to Faze, not even the bomb plant. This is a 10-1 run that Ence is on, going back to the first half.
Pius pressured at times and doesn't really falter. And now we head into round 20. AK's back for Faze. Grouped up outside of B in the previous round, the previous gun round. This time, they're going to be spreading out.
So much of the conversation around Faze has been the big game players. We saw it on Mirage, the way they stepped up and shut down Ence. Well, now that the pressure's on, now that they're getting battered and destroyed across the map, which one of these big game players is going to step up on Faze? Rain did it on map 1. We know Twists and Rops can do it. Brokey's had a good start in the first half here on Ancient.
But you need them. And some Pius to Donut, forcing an uncomfortable position. Twist burns him out. Brokey falls as he walks into Deha. And once again, this destruction from Deha.
Oh my God.
And Rops gets dinked out. What a shot from Nertz on the crossing over. Rops was in midair and the shot landed to his head. This is going nowhere for Faze.
Oh my God, Snappy's position though is just denied the reposition back to the B bomb side, and Dia's got another.
Oh my goodness, this can go nowhere. Faze just don't even have an avenue of approach. They don't have an opening. The window is shut, and Kerrigan is up through Red Room, but there's nothing he can do about this. This would take a clutch that we've never seen Kerrigan come close to completing. Ence are looking like the team that are heading to the grand finals right now, and if we don't see any of those players that you mentioned in the previous round, if we see none of the stars shine for FaZe Clan, they're going to have to watch this Dallas run end in the semis.
Yeah, Robin better have a big boy speech prepared for this timeout, the third one that FaZe is using. They are starting to get worked, and they are starting to look lost and clueless on this map.
What a resurgence from Pius.
He had 4 kills at the start of this half. He's now up to 12. 8 kills in 5 rounds on defense.
Yeah, he went 0 and 8 as well at the beginning of this game, and you can see some of the frustration visibly on his face getting to him, but he stayed composed. He found his way back in, and now he has proven to be the difference.
And that AWP is starting to heat up. That AWP is starting to dictate a lot of things on this map.
This is about to be an A execute from FaZe. They're going to try and smoke all of these choke points and just pop on out. Is it going to be effective? Because they will have to challenge Deha, who has not let them near this site, who has not let them feel comfortable at any point. And Nertz, one of the sharpest players available, he'll swing on out. Of course he will! Decapitation! Handed out to Kerrigan and Twists. No way through. And this weakens the split. It is now just 3 players exiting A main for FaZe. Brokey goes in, Rob fights back, and there is a semblance of chance here for FaZe. They'll throw that smoke down, they'll get the bomb plant in, but they have got to dig deep. They've got to dig deeper than they ever have here on Ancient to pull this round out of the hat.
Rain needs an M4, and he picks one up off the ground. Retake coming in, smoke's about to clear. Snappy from Donuts, and Pius and Madden from CT Spawn.
Oh, it's a shot for Rain. He's very lucky to get away with that, and that does set up Robs. Sets him up with a chance. Robs does it! That is simply brilliant from Robs. In a moment where you need calm, when you need cool, who else but Robs?
He answers the bell for FaZe, keeps them alive. A round run with Tech 9s and Deagles. A Galil and Rops with a 1v2 at the end of the day. Has bought Faze some time, has bought them some runway. And it's Ence now who have to burn a timeout, settle things down.
Perhaps that is one of those moments. One of those turning points where someone has a big round and it fires up the whole team. They've got to take this chance, Faze. They have to run with it. Ence take the timeout to try and stifle any of that momentum they might build off of this, but it is undeniable there is now a chance for Faze to reignite. Holzer's doppelganger is getting everyone ready for round 22. For good reason, this one is so important. The grand final on the line in this map, and this is one of the decisive rounds. And Bias at the AWPer is taking the risk. He is getting aggressive, but they're forced away. They cannot commit to that. They can't stick around.
No, to stick around, you have to burn utility. They want to utilize it for later. Faze has gone passive. They've gone quiet on the map. No mid presence, no information in middle for Ence. Nertz is going to slide over towards Donut to rectify that issue. Faze all along the map looking for pushes, and now Brokey and Twist make their move. Late red room smoke to give access to middle. Nertz has been stellar in this position, blinded for the moment.
Once again, Faze will attempt A. He got some mid presence coming out.
They haven't attacked anything, but they are denying intel.
They're gonna walk right in towards Donut. Flash is gonna set up at the right time for Nertz, but it doesn't go deep enough. It doesn't connect onto these Faze players. And Nertz has used a few of these bullets. There's only a few of them left. And now he's getting wrapped with Diha, and Nertz for Ence do well. Madden's still in here, a third player, a third part of the equation, and there is no getting through this. Faze attack A, and suddenly only Rops. And nothing will come out of him this time. You can't ask him to clutch in back-to-back rounds. And that is a strong hold from Ence.
Yeah, what a great hold from Ence. What a great shift in the defense when that attack comes in. How would you ever expect that many players in Donut if you're Faze? How would you ever expect the defense to be mounted with such ferocity in that part of the map? Oh, they are completely stumped.
They don't run with it. They don't pull around off the back of that Rops clutch. It doesn't look convincing at all. It's not like they're getting the ball down and they're losing out in these close 1v1s. They're just getting stomped before they even get anywhere near the site. Carrigan is struggling to find the solutions.
All the individuals are Faze are struggling to find solutions. They're not really getting close. Round 23. 4-round lead for Ence. They're 3 rounds away from the grand finals. No up in the hands of Brokey, which has been perhaps the deadliest tool in Faze's arsenal.
And here they go, speed, simple counter-strike from Faze. They're bread and butter, and there's no one here. The smokes are coming in. There's no one to defend. No one's inside of the site, and this is exactly what Faze wanted. Carrigan leaps towards the site. The bomb plant to be confirmed, and we're into a 5 versus 5. This is a retake for Ence with all 5 players up. And the first site, the first attack is into Temple, and this is Brokey's Temple. This is his domain. And Madden stood no chance. He never did. It was written in the stars that they would win that. And Carrigan pushes forward towards CT, and that is enough to scare Ence away.
Yeah, they have to back out. A good call, a good blind call out of Spawn for Faze. And realizing they had to take the opportunity running out of nades for the post plant to get aggressive and to scare Ence off their position. Faze hit double digits, it's not done yet. This team, their legacy over the past 2 years has been built on bending but not breaking. And that's going to be called upon yet again here in Dallas.
Faze are a team that are known to come back from any deficit. No matter how dire it looks, in the darkest times, they can find the light. Ence have to put it out, and are they doing it again? Oh my goodness, the goal from Carrigan to attempt this again. The smokes are going out. It doesn't have the same kind of sting behind it.
No, he's changing the pacing, right? And I think actually Nerds might have heard a footstep over towards Donut. Diha shifted over very quickly. Madden even flirted with the idea.
But they have no map control elsewhere, Jason. They don't really have any fallback plans, anywhere to go.
No, it's going to be a re-execute any second now. Diha, he's had so much impact. His kills have been high value. He'll be called upon once again. Buddied up with Nerds over and Donut. Madden now shifting over. Heavy defense.
I like that Ence have been willing to just charge through that CT smoke, get into the site before the attack has even really started. Brokey comes through first, but it's Madden at the big box, only dishing out one. Faze are finding the fight, and they're back in it on the A site. Ence are so far away. Brokey goes down, and the shots go right through. Pius and Snappy line up. The Eclipse is there, and Nerds alone running away, getting into a comfortable corner, but Brokey has already thought about this. No mercy. Brokey's ready. Brokey misses the shot. Nice kill there from Nerds. He'll grab the AWP. But Faze,
they can dedicate to the hunt. They've got some money behind them. They can actually chase this down if they want to be pretty aggressive with it. There's plenty of time in the bomb for Rain and Rops to make this play. Money is starting to be an issue for Ence, so this AWP is actually critical.
The only player with it is Pius, and they now have seen Nerds, so Rain is close. He can hunt him down. He can apply that pressure. Around the corner, Nerds will fall. Rain gets that final kill. Nothing saved over.
And that will eat into the money that Ence had built up.
It is starting to drain quite quickly.
That lead no longer feels like it at all. It's disappearing slowly but surely. Kerrigan leaning on this A bomb site repeatedly.
They have one off, that's it. They've got a couple of 5-7s, but it's Pius. He's the only player with the AWP.
And respect. We know he struggled in this game. He's bounced back, but still showing faith, giving him the hero up to see if he can make a difference.
The Spanish sniper is the only option in round 25 for Ence. He might get a chance. He might be able to show something here.
He doesn't have any back, like Snappy's.
Here he goes right into it. Snap. Pius runs in. Carrigan getting taken out, and Snappy's with him. The 5-7 comes out, and Pius, he's still alive. He's still up. And that could be a big issue here for Faze because they haven't been able to neutralize him. They'll go for the plant, and he's so close, but a millimeter away.
It's all about
denying that plant.
It's all about composure now for Ence. How much do they want to risk? This AWP needs to make the decision to save if the retake isn't there, and Brokey's going to take one more kill.
Yeah, this is looking good now for Faze. They'll send the pistols in.
Wait.
One by one they go. Rops in the rifle. Diaz still close. They haven't seen him. They don't know about him. And now they do. Rops will clean that up. And Pius is hanging around. He'll now realize it's a done deal. Get out of there. Get that AWP into the next one. Faze have brought it all to 12. One round separates these two teams.
That could have been such a dicey situation when Snappy gets that follow-up kill. That's a 3 versus 5 won by Faze at a really important moment. But importantly, Ence keep the AWP alive. They don't have to reinvest. It felt possible for a moment, but Brokey and Rops, as they always do, deliver the important performances. Final timeout taken for Ence, their 4th. Both teams out of timeouts, out of opportunities to slow down the game. Ence looking for redemption from the grand finals in Dallas last year, a loss. Faze last year in Dallas coming off the back of a major victory at Antwerp. Out of gas.
It's about what that loss means in Dallas. They don't have a lot of trophies, Ence. They have deep runs, they have had chances, and everybody's praised Snappy about what he's been able to do with the resources available. But there's no denying that the in-game leader that sits on the other side of that stage has done far more and has picked up far more. And Snappy wants to leave somewhat of a legacy here and some trophies at the end of Global Offensive. Utility deep into mid for Ence. Faze will respect it. They don't go through, but they want to. And now they will come.
Nerds holding the line through the smoke. Twist and Kerrigan don't want to risk it. A little bit of chip damage onto Rops. Snappy doing everything he can to keep Jaguar in control. It's Tense and Faze lined up towards the B bomb site. Snappy snaps over.
He wants it. Snappy wants this so much, and a double kill might put them one step closer. That has put Faze in the bin. They've got some utility to play with, but they don't have a lot of map control, and they need to fight back. Snappy drops further back into his cave. He's now gathered the info that Faze are coming. He alerts his troops.
They need to do, Rain needs to provide something, or Brokey needs to provide something, because Kerrigan's in alert position. They need to do something to move the defense to give Kerrigan the opening.
Rain is trying everything, every trick in the book, trying to sell up this fake on B because his teammates are making their way through middle. He wants to sell more presence than it really is there, and he's going to make it work.
That's it. That's perfect. Look at Kerrigan.
And that activates. It's all worked out. They found the way in. Faze have found the way back into the round. Madden tries his best, nipping at the heels. Rain is removed, and in the final 20 seconds, the A side is empty.
And Dia doesn't want to challenge the alt. Brokey makes his presence known. That's going to buy even more time for Kerrigan and Brokey to get comfortable. Dia's got to take the long route.
And Kerrigan is maintaining position, watching for that red room play. It is Brokey. Oh, it's an easy kill for Brokey. Reads Madden's run, and Diha has no chance. They're locked out. They have to pick up the AWP, and Kerrigan, he knows, he smells him. He's on the hunt, and with that shot, he's warned away. Diha will carry the AWP. There's the sprint from Brokey coming over towards B, still a long way off.
Yeah, he doesn't have the time. He's just going to slow it down.
What an incredible job, Jason, of pulling this round back, finding the answer in this moment for Faze.
Utility pulled Sun Pius away from mid to CT spawn. The kill from Rain pulled him back into Kerrigan's crosshairs. And you can see the way rounds fall into place for Faze, and another 3v5 converted. And pressure increases tenfold as the map is tied up.
Snappy knows how much those rounds can mean in the grand scale of things. He's been here so many times. He's been in matches that break his heart. And he gets a double. He does everything he can. But still, Faze find the way through. They thread the needle, and they come to this round battered and bruised. And Brokey elevated on the box. And Twist moves in. He's at the front of the attack here on North American soil, trying to fight their way through to the final. And Twist has got them into the side. He's ready for the second. No issues for Twist. The Canadian collapses on them, and that is 14. Faze are into the lead again.
And remember who got Faze started in the second half. Both teams started their halves in a hole. It was Rops to dig Faze out of it with a 1 versus 2. Bought time for Brokey to get the hot hand again. And Faze has got their swagger back.
This is what they're known for. The tenacity, the ability when they're up against the ropes to find a way out. That strong and tough chin to stay in these games. And now Ence, we get to see what they're really made of. We get to see what Ence are capable of in this kind of scenario. Bringing Nerds onto the stage for the first time. Snappy trying to prove he's one of the great IGLs. Sampai's bringing the sniper into play. Round 28 gets underway, and it's Brokey again, starting the position again on top of the box.
I think they're going to do the same exact thing. Twist is starting to investigate, starting to move up
Nerds,
along the wall.
Nerds. He's pushed through elbow, and he might just try and elbow his way through, but Rops is ready, and he'll take a lot of damage, but the play's in B. Twist continues. And Madden is under a lot of scrutiny, but he's going to handle it. Madden doing so much. The Montenegrin goes massive.
Oh no, one more!
Madden pulls him into his deadly embrace, and now he looks to collect the ace. It's Rops that slips through. What an incredible round from Madden. Out of nowhere, that's a moment. That that is the moment that gets Ence back into this. And it is Madden who rises up.
Answered the bell every time. Faze had every...
Here it goes. I talk to my plants like they're babies.
Hey, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It just helps you create an affordable price. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
There's something about the neon glow. It was an instant connection. And I knew there was no going back.
Me and my boys been balling with each other since we was 10. We can win you a championship, guaranteed.
They're so damn good and they know it.
We in business!
Just make sure that doesn't tear them apart.
Get back! All my life, grinding all my life. We here. Sacrifice. Because we know what we capable of. Hustle, pay the price.
I'm not thinking about the future. I'm thinking about my brothers.
All my life, grinding all my life.
Shooting Stars, rated PG-13.
Starbucks Double Shot Energy Drink. Focus to do you. What gives you energy?
Loki must be stopped.
Every opening they wanted. The push from Nerds. Twist finding yet another entrance. But all at the same angle, they fall to Madden. And now overtime looms. We're going all 30. Who alleviates the pressure? Who gets to be the team playing from the front with a chance to close out this series?
Twist at the front. Having to peer into middle. Carrigan now goes forward too. Mid-control established for Faze. They want to execute. They want to split on this again. And get Carrigan up into the red room. Let him be the lit piece into this puzzle.
Once again in this perfect position, but something's got to be provided. And this time it's going to be towards the A-bomb site. Sunpius looking towards Donut though. It's D-Hub far back. Sunpius slides out, grabs one quickly, disappears into the flames.
Well, Carrigan starts to play forward, but his team haven't done enough yet. They have not done enough. It is Sunpius that doesn't mind standing in the flames. He sticks around and Ence are up on pole position. They have fought their way through, and although Faze bring them to the brink, they do not break. Ence will head to series point first here in the semifinals. 1 round away at this point from that grand final showing in Dallas again.
But you can feel the possibility. You can feel how tense it is. Ence, even in a 4-on-1, they don't want to give Rops anything. Not even a chance.
Here he goes around the corner. 20 seconds, of course. It's not going to happen. Diha locks it in. 1 round away. Money's still pretty good here for Faze. But this is the final round of regulation.
And you want to talk about in-game leaders. There's no timeouts remaining. Kerrigan's got to call this one off the top of his head. Put together the entirety of the half that he's seen, that he's played, and where they've had their success. Heavy towards A, and Sampaius feels like that might be the call. An aggressive angle that allows him to rotate back if needed. A gap in the left side of the smoke, but a flashbang. Oh, he doesn't even blink.
And Faze have shown this so many times. They've shown this A play. They haven't decided to go for it yet. Think of all of the runs that Faze have been on, all the pressure over the last few months, and it could be more disappointment being thrown onto that pile. And for Ence, a chance for celebration, a chance to head to the grand final. A team that do a lot with a little.
Here's the play.
And out mid they go. Twist tosses utility towards Donut, but the forces will climb their way up the ledge to B. The bomb stays outside A.
They put a pressure on A.
It's
They've
worked.
denied information in middle. They're going to pull the defense over. Remember, the bomb is still going to finish at the A bomb site. Madden needs to do something big. All 5 players from Ence are on the wrong side of the map.
It's a master of the mind games. It's a game of the mind. And a game of inches as Faze can start to shift their way back to A. Ence have no idea. Twist sells it out, but they're walking into A.
Bomb plant's going to be coming down. Rob slides in. No utility for Faze. And a retake recovery scenario for Ence. They've got 4 kits.
And these are the moments where the greatest IGL show their mark and leave their mark. Kerrigan calls the perfect round, and they're into the site. Is it enough? It looks like it. It looks like there's a shot at this. Faze are dragging it back. It's overtime looming. Sampaius goes down, and Faze have done it all the way. They never give up. Kerrigan finds the way to the perfect round right at the end.
He had him on a string.
That is what greatness looks like.
Had him on a string start to finish. Pulled him every which way, whichever way he wanted. But it's just a quick celebration because we're back into it. To chants of his name, Kerrigan, another masterclass call.
Look at this from Sampaius, flying close to the sun. He'll run down, and oh, it's a brilliant kill from his gun. He'll drop out and run away, slip away. A great call from Ence. Takes a lot to actually go for an aggressive maneuver like that in the first round of OT, and Rain didn't see the barrel. He didn't see the tip of the gun, and Sampaius is caught. Rain will get traded, and this is some round to come out in overtime with for Ence.
Bomb's all the way in middle, so Rops at this point searching for some kills to get before he dedicates himself to the hunt for that bomb. Hoping to thin out the Ence crowd before he has to commit himself. Snappy holding an angle. It's all down to timing. He's been spotted now. Sounded worse than it was, but Snappy is going to close things out. Ence get right up in their face and make sure that this time Kerrigan doesn't have the comfort to use the map.
This is going to be where the true test is. You head into overtime, everything gets thrown out the window. It's all about decisions on the fly. It's all about the individuals that make the differences in those crunch moments. And who has more of them? Faze are locked down, no control yet of the map. They don't even get out the B doors.
A little bit slower pace this time, not running headlong into middle, into aggression. Waiting for a moment for some of the defensive utility to fade before they really decide how they want to attack this. Ence is still nursing some of the lost rounds from regulation at the 8 bomb site, once again pushing Sunpius and D-Hub forward to keep track of when Faze is going to attack there. Kerrigan being activated.
Flash over. Kerrigan doesn't mind being the front man. He'll throw himself into danger, into harm's way, if it means getting space, and that's exactly what he's got. Kerrigan through. Madden stood no chance.
Yeah, but look what it opens up in the middle. Robson twists have slid in. Kerrigan goes for another. It's Nertz.
But look at this from Snappy. He's in the corner. Oh, he's in the corner, but he's going to get checked. That's for Nertz. He's the only player left on B.
But how do you know what's happening on the map if you're Ence?
You don't. And if you come back, you've got to run into Rops. You've got to run into him, who's in the perfect position to cut off these rotations.
It all falls on Nertz. He recovered in this game.
And think about this moment for him. In overtime at his first stage match. Can he make this happen? What is he made of? Well, this one. The Robson twist come in. And Sunpius is so far away. There's no way he can get anywhere near this.
Ence was scrambling that whole round. It's not just the overbearing odds, but it's also your own brain second-guessing yourself, not understanding what the map looks like, where the attack is going to come from, or when it's going to come. And Sunpius, surrounded, falls last.
The Faze get into these mid-rounds. They're certainly looking superior at the moment. It's when Ence punished them at the beginning of the rounds. When you take those numbers away from them, that it's looked better. But this is Kerrigan grabbing that space, taking the risk where he could just go down there. Kerrigan could just die immediately, but he doesn't. He finds that play, and that opens up a lot of possibilities.
Brokey chunked down by utility once again. Ence pushing forward in overtime, trying to take the fight to Faze, and it doesn't work on the initial engagement.
Brokey peeks in towards Cave. It's actually not the kill for Brokey. He's missed a couple of times now, but the rest of his team are making up for it. There's still 2 players up, and so Brokey doesn't really have to commit to that fight.
Yeah.
He comes out wounded, battle-scarred, certainly, but still standing.
And you give Kerrigan a minute and 20 seconds with a 2-man advantage to put this one together. Faze can be patient. They can wait. They know eventually Ence is going to have to move and shift to try and recover the scenario, and that's what they're looking to punish.
There goes the flash in. Sunpius will not back away. He stays committed, realizing he's the turret that must deliver, and it's not the position for it. Rerun sweeps through him. They blitz through this defense.
How is this phone? Almost another.
How is it flipped back? Ence have found a way through, but the bomb plant, it'll go down, and suddenly it's a 2 versus 2, and equilibrium once again established. And they go back into the cave. Ence did not expect to have a chance in this, but suddenly one is presented to them. They have to take it. These are the moments that don't come often.
Oh, that's not a deep enough smoke. That's going to be awkward.
The molly's not used for the plant either. It's used to try and dispel them. They're moving in. D has onto the site.
D stick
it?
He
has to tap it, get on it, stick it through. Rops isn't getting it. Oh my goodness, D from behind. He pulled it through. He just sticks it. Big balls get big rewards in D-Hub. That is incredible. He just pulls it through on the defuse.
His impact in this game is so incredible, and that is stone cold, but he realizes as well all the advantages. That smoke is so brutal. The wraparound from Brokey with the AWP was too slow. 17-16.
I mean, that was such a good round for Faze. They had every advantage.
That's a 3 versus 5 recovered by Ence. 19 gets you to the grand finals.
Has that rattled Faze too much now? How many times can they be in the better position and let it fall away? Rob swings out for Donut. Important trade comes in, and Kerrigan is there. Missed shot from Brokey, and you don't see those often. He does have the smoke to allow the fade away, but Sunpius, look at this, confident to run in and clear that and get that info.
Yeah, he's calling the rest of his teammates over right now. Madden and Nertz are walking in, clearing A main, but Sunpius is going to hold on to Temple. There's a smoke down behind the bomb site so that Madden and Nertz can make their way in safely, but all the meanwhile, Faze is wrapping around through Donut and Brokey. He could grab an angle. It'll be negated by smoke. Molotov is going to delay the plant even further. Buy more time for Rain and Kerrigan to come the long way around.
They're going to leave it down to the final seconds of this, and still uncomfortable to plant. And every second that they have wasted before putting that bomb down has allowed this play to come through. Will it come to fruition? It won't. Madden once again gets a massive multi-kill, and it is Brokey who thrusts himself into the clutch. Just one more kill onto Madden is needed, and Brokey, he knows you're in his temple, you're in his home, and he is going to look for you. Oh! Do you hear that? That's Faze's instrument of terror. That is Brokey who forces the curtain call. That is so incredible.
How many times will he deliver in these clutch situations? Look how fast that shot is. And Madden calls the bluff on the tap. But that is so long to outlast a world-class offer in a 1v1. Brokey hunts him down and we play on.
And the speed again for Ence. Ren will just take that first away. Brokey once again chiming in for Faze. The kill feed blazons his name. And that strikes fear into the Ence side. They're down by 2 players and the round has just begun. They lose this and it is series point. Every moment that they dreamed of making that final might just slip away. Ren repositions.
Nertz is going to be called upon. He needs to deliver here. The push from Rops, quick shot. Will he be ready for twists? That's going to pull Madden and Dia back into his position, and indeed he'll crack it open. But can he beat Brokey? Stepping up one more time.
Brokey hears it, goes on in. Oh, he denies! Brokey can break it again! Brokey is a beast!
Brokey will not let this end. Will not let Ence have anything.
He shatters into pieces, time and time again. It is moments like this. It is moments like this that make great players, and Brokey is rising to that occasion. Denies the bomb plant, second kill comes in, and there is nothing you can do.
This is backbreaking. He's hit flow state, and Snappy has called this team into so many advantages just to see them ripped away. Indescribable the frustration he's feeling now.
Everything they've worked for in Dallas could slip away, and it's this A play. Flash limps out. Rops is up on top of the boost. It's not a first accurate bullet, but he certainly recovers. And now the king of North America. His twist from default takes out Nertz, and a lot more needed from him, but he just won't do it. He doesn't have the output in this round. And they will slip through to the bomb plant for Ence.
Oh, can they hold on to this one? Think of how crushing it would be. Reigns blinded, and double overtime is looking likely. It's Kerrigan's turn, and he can't find the clutch. An impossible situation. And Ence once again outlasts.
All those moments for Brokey. Reset. We're doing this again. Another overtime. Oh, the fight for this final. Whoever comes out on top will absolutely deserve it. And on that flip reverse, it will be utter heartbreak for the team that do not make this through.
Double up setup Faze switch into on defense. Hasn't been a prevalent setup for them. It could catch Ence off guard. And Rups hears all the footsteps. Madden's coming through. He knows exactly what's happening. He saw the picture in his mind, and Twist is going to have to anchor things.
He is. And Twist is being held. Sampaius, of course, he'll lock it in.
Not
He's
twice.
ready for that only move. And Snappy's inside of the temple. It's done. This round's over. Rain is being watched. He cannot cross safely. The shot will land from Sampaius. It isn't death on the first time. A shot from Rain. It's second opportunity for Sampaius, and he will not miss it this time around.
Now this gets scrappy. This starts getting weird in double overtime. The playbook has already been burned. You've used everything. This is all calling off intuition. This is all calling, making decisions based off what you've seen so far. 32 kills on Brokey, 30 on Madden to top Ence. Twist and Kerrigan from mid-control pushing down. Twist desperately blind, but still manages to recover.
Oh, that did not look comfortable, but it is successful. And Madden comes over. Twist stood no chance in reacting to that one. An important hunt down for Madden, an important trade to come in. And Robs, look at this. Look how far he's pushed. Look how deep he is, D-Ha. Oh, he's not ready. What a great kill from Robs. What a maneuver. That is going to give Faze a significant advantage, and when you walk into that second op, it has not been missing today.
And that part of the map, Brokey now controls it. There's a second angle to this attack onto the bomb site. Oh, Brokey goes quick.
Oh,
he goes
moving
fast before the plant. Sunpius handles it. This is still winnable.
That offers up his life, and so Rain is actually stranded and does a very good job at handling Snappy's aggression as he surges towards him. And Rain has read this. He's ready. Sunpius doesn't care though. Denies that kill for Rain.
It's not planted for him.
And the molly goes in. That can make the difference.
It's too late. It's too late.
He's burning and the defuse is already through. Carrigan's going to take it. Sure, Sunpius at the end makes it look nice. Throws a little bit of spice, but it's certainly the round for Faze.
Yeah, we all feel that way. Twist with an opening. And Rops and Faze maintaining that aggression on this CT side, taking advantage, pushing forward, catching Ence off guard. A three-man opening again in middle with Rops and Donut for support. D-Ha Nert's gonna challenge again. This time Twist can't handle it. Rain tries to pick up the pieces, but Nert's gets a double.
You're not getting away with that twice. Nertz punishes Twist this time, but we've evened it out.
With how scrappy the starts of these rounds are, we're getting to the mid-round so much quicker. Brokey once again, deja vu to the last round. Finding a kill in cave, but meanwhile, Sunpius creeps in, not paying attention to the corner. And Rops able to just tap down Snappy. A pair of headshots, and we switch sides.
Faze with the minor lead. Rops rips them apart as they come towards him. What a fight. What a war being fought by these two teams. Just for a chance in that grand final. The light at the end of the tunnel is what they're searching for. And at the end of Brokey's is Sunpius. But he hasn't come around the corner. He would not dare get that aggressive.
He's been playing timings with this angle. Backs away to a new one. Just wants one shot, one pick, one advantage for his team.
And he goes into the fight. Sunpius not scared to fly close to the sun, of course. Once again, aggressive. Rops removed. Faze will have to play the remainder of this round in a player deficit. And if they walk into Jaguar on the right side is Snappy, and he is so ready. Twist is gone. And this might just unravel the entire round for Faze.
Oh, nice flashes, good utility, and oh, Snappy delivers a stunning headshot as well. This attack gets decimated. 1 versus 5 for Kerrigan. He gets nothing.
Tied up once more. Nothing can separate them. And where can the answers be found on this T side? To try and break apart the defense. Got the AWP out again for Brokey. 34 kills. Rob's one away from 30 as well. And on the other side of things, Ence has been another team effort across this board. They always do it as a unit.
Twist in middle, alone, activated, fearless. Same with Brokey. Yeah, look at this hunt down, but awkward with the Molotov, and Snappy gets one, but Twist brings it right back. Now Rain chimes in.
They're just throwing bodies at the problem here, Faze, and it's working. It's a policy that's got them control. But Sunpius realizes in these kind of moments, a play is needed, and he's the player to step up, the one to move forward. And he gets caught inside of the smoke. Kerrigan sends the bullet in.
That's a huge kill to give up. Sunpius remaining aggressive. Could have fallen back earlier. Madden has shifted over. He's had heroics at this bomb site already.
Here comes the smokes being thrown out.
He's backed off passive, Madden, because it looked like Nertz was communicating that he wanted to be aggressive in middle. So Madden is in a position to try and stay alive for Nertz to make his play.
Now he goes closer to the site.
Yeah, everything's paused. Everything's chilled out for Faze. Throw the utility, looking to see if they can pull Nertz out of middle a little bit early. Or pull Madden down ramp.
Oh, they ran him in, and he walks right into Carrigan, right into his trap. 30 seconds left as Faze begin that execute on B. And Nertz, is this the moment where he steps up? The answer is no. Carrigan puts him in his place. First time on the stage, Carrigan's a master of it. Get out of here.
Some of these calls from Carrigan in the late stages of this game, late stages of regulation, now in double overtime, have just been beautiful. How would Nertz and Madden keep their nerve for that long? Carrigan had them frozen on the map. Another chance for Faze to knock out Ence.
And they gather outside of A. The last round of this overtime, it's either Faze Clan success or we go again. Sunpius, the first man to be tested. And Sunpius dishes out damage onto. Diha comes in and he is demonic. Faze Clan, they do not break through. They do not get it done. And this game is not over.
Incredible the level that all these players are rising to the occasion. Sunpius. Remember what a slow start he had, 0-8 at one point. He was cold to open this map, but that has changed entirely. Third overtime underway. And in middle, we get a brawl, as it's been the whole way through. Carrigan forcing his way up mid.
Oh, the bloodshed begins. It is Madden that kicks things off, and Snappy swings out of cave. It would look good with his position for Rain if his teammates were still up, but maybe there's still a way. Maybe there's still a way he can do something, and that's an important kill, but the rest of his teammates falling, and it's not going to happen for Faze in this one. A great start to the round again for Ence.
That's an understatement. 4-on-2, they have control of the bomb as well, deep in middle, I think. Oh, my Lord. That's a quick shot from Rops. Brings it back. It introduces a little bit of danger into the round all of a sudden for Ence. As once again, things go quiet. Faze give him a little bit of rope to see if they'll make a mistake.
But I think they've learned from the moments that...
I don't know if they realize the bomb is down in middle, behind the boxes. I don't know if Ence has that piece of information. A little fake towards the A bomb site, pulled D-HUD Nertz over. Oh, now he jumps, now he spots it out. Deep Molotov Rops, don't give him that chance. Blocked by his teammate in the open, lucky to be alive, but Nertz can't find a good fight. Time is of the essence.
And they run him, 15 seconds left. The attack into A is the only option left. And Rain is the spearhead. Remember, there's still two players here for Ence, and Diha one of them. Rain will turn on a swivel, but the bomb is down. And even though they come close to a chance, it just isn't enough.
I said I'd never join.
I said my job wouldn't matter.
Joining the Navy sounds crazy.
Saying never actually is. Ice skating, no.
Ghost. Cannonball.
Yeah! Let's go! Oh, Nissa got it! Yes! Yes!
What's up, neighbors? Had to drop off a little something for our winners.
Universal protection is something Raid scientists have been working on for more than 60 years. That's why Raid brands protect more people from pests in more places. Raid, protection for everyone. SC Johnson.
Starbucks Double Shot Energy Drink. Focus to do you. What gives you energy?
Are you ready?
Ready.
Let's go. The Flash, rated PG-13.
Loki must be stopped.
Nertz breaks 31 kills in the deciding map of his first stage game in the semi-final of IEM Dallas. This is fantastic from the Israeli. This is why Ence picked him up. This is why he's got the shot to show what he can do at Tier 1. And people said it would be tough to follow in the legacy of his countryman Spinks. In the first few events out, he's been showing us some great things.
This time a lean towards the B-bomb site, and this time a little bit more slow-paced in middle for Twist. Most of these rounds have opened with a brawl in the first 20 seconds.
Oh my goodness, look at Carrigan. Look at him again. He's made this play a few times. Will he get the success he hopes for?
Yeah, he will. Oh, actually, Sunpius realized the danger. Back towards Madden. Oh, Carrigan can't complete it. But that was all a fake. It was all meant to take attention away from this part of the map.
Twist will never know how close he was to that. So close to taking down the donut player and opening up a pathway to A.
This is so chaotic, though. I don't think Faze Clan really realize where they want to go. I don't think they really realize where their pathing is next. Snappy's been hearing all these footsteps. Nice and easy double. Finds the perfect timing and switches sides. Rain could be up next.
Oh, Snappy. Not 3 this time. But the significance of those 2 kills are seen. And Robs begins the first step at unraveling. At pulling this through for Faze. He'll leave Donut, he'll come back because he needs to regroup with Rain. Maybe there is a chance on B because there is only one player over here right now. It is Madden, the only player that is significantly damaged, down to 61.
Yeah, but playing it passive, right? He's going to wait for Sunpius to shift over and Diha as well. As soon as he gets the information, he'll turtle up and try and stay alive. Oh, the timing just wasn't there. Creeps out again. Did he spot it? He started to. He knows now. Molotov comes out. Alarm bells ringing. Bomb being planted.
Oh,
Rain and Rops. Another headshot for Rops.
Sunpius hits the wall bang. And Rain is around the back. They look, they read, and they potentially know exactly where he is. And Sunpius, he cannot lock it in. He cannot confirm this round. And now Diha on the defuse again. Oh, it's dastardly. Oh, it's the defuse chance, and he's done it yet again.
Two sticks for Diha in critical clutches. A 2-round lead now for Ence.
How does he keep getting away with this?
Just realizing the opportunity, the positioning of Rain where the bomb is planted. He knows how long of a route it is, and that had to have been so close. So close, but so far for Rain.
And those rounds, those are the rounds that will be in your nightmares if you're Faze, because you are now falling out of this game.
And they're starting to stack up. They're starting to get extremely painful. Here we go, a pump on the B-bomb site.
Carrigan sends everything he's got, his life thrown into this. Nertz denies any access. Carrigan and Twist gone. Faze keep finding their way into competitive positions, but they're having to do it the hard way.
Yeah, but this one, Rops is in a great position. Rops is in a great position to equalize. Snappy will never check it.
Doesn't look for it. And now Brokey is on the site. Into the smoke, Sunpius goes undetected from the Latvian. They'll shift on over. He's still focusing on that CT walkout, but they've all transitioned to the other side. Brokey will realize that now. He's been given a warning. A slap on the wrist. And Rain will turn. It is the reckoning as Rops is now in a 1 versus 1. And this round is certainly beckoning for Faze. The tap, the run, and the Rops round again.
So damn clutch from Rops.
He is ridiculous. In these moments, the composure that he is capable of exuding. There's so little players that no one else is capable of doing this, it feels like, to the same extent and the same amount of times you see Rops in these rounds.
These players are going blow for blow in clutch moments. Dion Rops delivering. Nertz is gonna back in through the smoke, dodging flashbangs, and he finds some standing, some safety behind the boxes in middle. He's found space to work with.
Rops, he's under a lot of pressure now. He is the only player for Faze on this side of the map at the moment. He is desperately calling for help. And soon that help will need to come in. Brokey will begin to run through the temple. And Faze better pray that this is gonna be enough. Rops, he finds the only sanctuary, and Brokey will help. Breaking them apart time and time again. Just some bias, and Faze have a clean round. All 5 stay up. Perfection from Faze Clan.
Letting them into the bomb site and decimating them when they get there. Rops with the initial hold, but I hope you didn't forget about Brokey.
There's no way. He doesn't let you.
Run it back. Sunpius, Madden, and Snappy towards the B-bomb site. Brokey, Rain, and Kerrigan to defend the B-bomb site. Twist and Nertz. This battle has been going on all game. 46 rounds in middle. Those two have gone head to head.
Twist has tried to get towards these boxes. He's been punished by Nertz before, but not this time. Twist will pull through. Snappy gets caught trying to get into cave, and Rain does not allow that. Faze are up 2 players here. They look to battle and wrestle for that lead again. And Twist will have to get out of dodge, but it is Madden who has made his way through into the site. He's had some ridiculous moments, some moments of madness and mayhem, and maybe this is another. Deep into the site.
Hold the phone, this is gonna slow down. Rops is on a flank. Twist and Rain don't have to challenge. Let Rops get a little bit closer, let him make his move. Ence in all this chaos, are they aware of the possibility?
Held back behind that T-smoke is Twist, so they're letting Rops have to make the space. He's moving forward, sees the barrel. D-Hut doesn't care. Get out of here, he says as Rain Twist back. It is only Rain to bring the pain. And Sunpius, he is timing this. He is looking for that defuse, but it is not planted for him. Rain will come back, and at that second time, it is Sunpius that basks in the glory of the 1v1 clutch.
Another chance, and Ence has to realize how much this opportunity means to close this map out right here, right now, and triple overtime. They've had one opportunity to do it in regulation. Since then, Faze and overtime have had the chances. Ence cannot let this one slip away. You don't get many.
Oh, incredible shot there from Sunpius to end it. Rain does everything he can, but it is not enough. This is a war. No one will come out clean. But there has to be a victor. And Twist, the only North American here in Dallas, looking to do what he can. It's one, not the second, even with that twist and turn. Rops, is this the moment? Is this it? He really pushes in the elbow. It's such an important trade.
Yeah, good on Sunpius for being heads up and ready for that trade. That probably caught him extremely off guard. Kerrigan and Rain trying to see exactly what's happening at B ramp. Snappy and D are playing it quiet and passive. Sunpius now in middle, sliding in. 1 minute and 10 seconds to work with. 1 minute and 10 seconds. And Brokey's got the first rip Snappy out of the round.
Overtime number 4. If this one closes for Faze, but Brokey walks into the den, into Sampai's crosshair, and that might be the kill that starts to step them closer to the grand final. But Rain gets the read. He gets the read as he comes back over towards Faze, and he is in such a good position. Ence cannot feel comfortable running out, but they try. But Rain's already here. They can't get through him. And now Sampai is focused with the Tech 9. Gets close to Rain. He looks to bring him down, and he will. Sampai doesn't close it. This game is astonishing. It still goes. It will not end.
The boldness of Rain to slide behind the box. And Garrigan's got his boys back as he slides out for the final kill. 4th overtime. Brokey punishing him every step of the way, and Rain having all the information to make the right move.
Twists again, straight to the same position. The goal to get aggressive and to get success out of it as well. This is different. Faze haven't started overtimes looking solid and getting these first 2 kills, but this time they will. That is a fight that comes so close. Both players getting out battered and bruised, but they're able to slip away.
It's crazy how many of these rounds, how much action and kills we've had so early in them. Both of these teams fighting tooth and nail for mid control on both sides of the map. And then just taking what you can get off the back of it and seeing what you can do. 5 on 3. And Carrigan's gonna make his move elsewhere. Snappy brings one back, but Carrigan spotted the bomb, but does he know about Madden?
Sees the head of Snappy, gets in it, and that's the bomb dropped. That's really the chances of Ence in this round slipping away, but perhaps some absolute magic is on the cards because Sampai and Madden once again find a path to be competitive.
You know Rops plays A, you know Rain plays B. He plays over towards Cave and Jaguar, so they go for the middle of the map where the defense might have not been shifted, but the timing was again from Rain, but he fumbles it. Does massive damage, but now he might be boxed in.
But this isn't his first rodeo. He composes himself, readies himself, and the timing has worked so well for him to drop back into Cave, and they pull him in. He has a gravitational pull. He's so large, and now Madden denied. No bomb plant. Faze Clan get the first round of overtime 4.
Rain making all the right decisions down the stretch. Mistake-free Counter-Strike. (25-24). We run it back again. Madden in middle. The top fragger again gonna lurk in towards Donut. Twist passes right by him, so Rops is alone.
Rops stranded on an island, and Madden's come through. Snappy's taking his own teammate down in the mix. Bloodthirst all over the show. But he now realizes he is alone in the world, and he'll run back into elbow. A Twist is waiting. No getting out of that one alive. The second round in a row for Faze Clan. Every time so far, Ence have been able to at least pull something out here in the first sort of run, the first half of an OT. But this is looking much more put together.
Well, every round has been important, obviously, going into the 4th overtime, but this one has a little bit of extra to it. Ence getting blanked in the first half of 4th overtime would exponentially increase the pressure on them and the problems they might have. They've let Faze off the hook twice, haven't been able to close it out. And characteristically, Faze just not ever giving up.
No, because they've been here before. They've been here so many times in playoff games behind. And they have trust in one another. When they look to their left and right, they know that the teammates have got their back. Ence, they haven't been able to prove that yet. They haven't been able to get these deep runs in these championships as this roster. And these are the moments that can break you this deep into the deciding map. And Faze have full mid control, but it's no one on A.
It's different look though. Remember how fast these rounds have started, how early the engagements and the battles are. Now it's slowed. And Faze is out of position.
About to try and get info, and it is a good timing there for Carrigan to catch Madden with a nade in hand.
This isn't bad though. You don't take the sacrifice of positioning and map control. They'll let you have the bomb site. They'll take this 5-on-3 retake. They'll be supremely confident. Uh-oh, you can't plant there. Not in face of Rops. No chance, no shot, no rounds for Ence in this side of overtime.
They limp out with 3 players and they attempt to plant the bomb. Ence are cracking under the pressure. They are starting to break. FaZe Clan's relentless boot to the throat has continued. And this is about to shatter them. Shatter their run in Dallas.
How much more impressive can they be if they can bring this back? Twist, happy to challenge. All the way up towards Red Room. He's not giving up the fight. He wants another crack at it. Oh no, they line up. Sampayas.
You'll take that all day long. Ence with the double opener. And Twist will finally get that kill he's looking for, but it is brought short. Rops is so low too, so an easy kill for Madden in the end to close it up. Sick opener from Sampayas, followed up by the rest of his team. They're gonna sling through another round collected. Not over yet. Ence stay in this matchup.
They need 2 more against the immovable object. 2 more, it's all a fight for survival now for Ence. No chance at the grand finals here. They just want to bring it to the next round of overtime.
And why not go to 5? 5 OTs is what Ence search out. No aggression in middle from Ence. They do place utility there to dispel any early presence from FaZe. And Snappy. Oh, Snappy, how much impact has he found from the Jaguar, from the cave? Feels like he's always been reliable. And he's standing there at the moment. Eventually, it might be Rain who challenges him. But it is Sampayas that begins the challenge, that brings the fight.
This is a dangerous angle. How far does Sampayas want to go? Oh, he sees the shoulder now. I think Carrigan spotted him as well. They'll call a stalemate. A stalemate and back away.
Sampayas wants this shift. He wants to bring that scope elsewhere. If he can set up, if he can help Snappy out, but it is Snappy that takes first contact. Now they bring the sniper in. Important kill from Sampayas. That keeps Ence ahead on the player count.
Yeah, and a leg shot from Brokey allows the Flames to finish the job, but meanwhile, middle has been exposed.
Oh,
it's been infiltrated. Now Carrigan and Rops can fall back and attack through Donut, but they'll have to get past Nerds. But any kind of success in that position is going to bring them into Twist trap. They need this kill.
And Nerds, he's the man that is tasked with dealing with it, and he is not going to do it. But Twist falls. Madden hits the shot. And remember, Diha is still here. He can deny it, and he will. There's something about Diha and plants, defusals and denials. It doesn't matter. Diha keeps Ence in this game again.
On the verge of another overtime.
I asked the question at the start of this, when it looked so good for FaZe in overtime 4. How much pressure, how much of a beating can you take if you're Ence? I now pose that question to FaZe. If they lose this, if they have to go again in OT.
Dallas, do you want another overtime? Slow opening. Cautious and measured. Sampayas deep in the A bomb site. Up in hand. Waiting to receive. Still no movement on the map from FaZe. Smoke in front of Diha might deny information. But nobody's budging from Ence.
The nades are in. The flashes come over the top. It's cleared Ence. They've got to deal with a fight on A. And they throw down their own smoke. They're ready to throw down. And Nerds, well, he thought he could turn away. He thought he could dodge, but Carrigan comes in swinging. And Sapias, he can't stick around. He can't be in that dangerous spot any longer. And into Temple, he will run.
Look at Rain. Oh, this timing is so sick. If FaZe can just hold on long enough, if Rain can get there quick enough, it could all be over.
It might not even matter if the hold in the post plant is good enough. But Rain is certainly that X factor. Carrigan climbs on top of the default boxes. We put him on a pedestal for good reason, but Sapias rips him off the top. It does come down to Rain, but the defuse is in. It's not spreading, and we have to go again.
What a retake from Ence. I cannot believe it.
The never-ending war.
On their feet, 3 in a row to bring it right back. A stunning turn of events. Sapias out of Temple with the ult. Look at these shots. Twist not looking. Building on Carrigan. And Rob's out in the open. It all works out. Rain's lurk was not fast enough.
And Sapias, Spain's son, doing the nation proud as he goes deep in towards A man. He is willing to go into the danger zone.
Oh, you fight
he is
to the
willing
death.
to burn up, but this time cleared out. Rain will stop him from getting anything. And Faze charging out quick on A. They once again get into the site.
Yeah, Diho wanted stance in the bomb site. He wanted to get behind the boxes, but realized he didn't have the timing. Nerds, oh, he stops it. That's massive. The delay is everything right now. Time is everything for Ence as they shift over. Utility down everywhere. Nobody's got vision.
And the Temple smoke just faded. Rain will throw another one in. It's not going to be too effective. Oh, it's actually going to favor Ence. Snappy's going to come in with that pick and broke. He can't turn in time. Suddenly Ence have put themselves in the favorable position, but it's Rob's to middle. Oh, this play starts to reel it back in. And a 2v2 established, and Rob's inside of the donut. He puts himself in a perfect post plan to deal with this ticking time bomb. And Robs is going to watch for it. The molly, it can go out to the side. He'll use it. The glass smashes against the wall, and so will Ence's chances of picking up this round. Rob is ridiculous. He is inevitable. 45 kills.
That man's worth every penny. Another clutch, another 1v2. Rips the heart out again of Ence on a spectacular retake. It all goes to waste when Rops is the last one alive. Brokey out mid, this time with the AWP leading the way. Oh, what a sick pick. What a sick shot.
And now Sapias' turn. Bang, the sound of the AWPs on either side. Finding the impact required, blow for blow. The story of this match. And Carrigan does not sit behind smokes. He will not be forced away. He will fight tooth and nail as he gets out of the B doors and actually encourages the Ence players to fall back into a more passive setup on this B site. And here comes the utility, here comes the move, and here comes FaZe Clan running right into Snappy. They do not get past. Snappy whops out the staff and stops them from getting anywhere near them. It is just Rain, and of course, it's not a round he can win. It's all tied up again.
What a marathon. This time it's Snappy to deliver the triple kill, holding on to the bomb site. Absolutely stunning. The captain of Ence is now up to 36 kills.
Inseparable. Deep smoke in mid. Twist looked like he wanted to run with it. And they gather once again, FaZe, outside of A. Diha, in the meantime, is confirming they have control of middle. It is shaping up for another FaZe hit. One towards this A defense.
Yeah, but they have no presence over at the B bomb site. Sampaius and Snappy might be able to piece this together at some point. Sampaius has a flashbang if Snappy wants to go for a peek. Defense starting to shift and realize as Snappy peers down the B ramp.
Well, they've brought the Montenegrin monster over towards this A site. And you sheathed behind the boxes for the time being.
Yeah, well, he's going to get attention. He's going to get exactly what they wanted. Nerd slides over now as well.
Oh, here comes Carrigan. Of course, he'll run in, but it all comes together for Ence. Madden and Diha show how sharp their weapons are. But Robs comes in again, making that difference from Faze.
Name two players you want in the clutch more than Rain and Rops. 2 versus 2.
Snappy's behind. Rain is going to go, he's going to go back, and he gets that angle right at the right time. Sampaius brings his up on over. It's a brilliant kill on the first. How bright can he shine? Sampaius looks to Rain, and Sampaius goes supernova. Burns brighter than anything you could imagine. So much pressure in these moments, and Sampaius doesn't care.
This is a disgusting pair of shots. Quick one under Rops as he gets back into cover, and Rain can't make it behind the wall quick enough. Oh, Sampaius matches Rops' clutch performance. 29-28. 2 full maps of play on Ancient. And we still don't have a second grand finalist.
Oh, twists. He sends those bullets through the smoke. Madden's gonna take most of them. Sampaius blinded. A gift for Faze not to be taken out immediately. And both of these in-game leaders, they love to be at the front. They lead by example, time and time again. And Snappy, with an important kill, gets them into the site. Faze down a member. But can they pull it back? The answer certainly not looking like it for the time being, as it's now Ence moving forward. And Madden from behind. It's just Twist, and he knows he's got so many positions to worry about. And you look to the site, and D-Hut denies. 30th round up on the board. It is Ence who now have the chance to head to the grand final. So many times they've been on the ropes, they've been facing elimination, but they have never given up, and now they have a chance to do it.
Both these teams have let chances slip away. Ence, a massive opportunity. It all comes down to this. Another chance for Faze to break. Nerd streams out. Oh, gets distracted, but almost transfers over. 1 for 1 in middle, but all the meanwhile, Madden and Sampaius, they've gained so much ground towards B. Oh, they have so much access to this bomb site. It's just Brokey here, and he's got to back away. He knows he doesn't have any fight.
Brokey can't do it. What can Faze do here? They've lost the sight. And starting to think about that grand final, but Rain will put that thought out of their head immediately. He'll put a bullet in instead. Faze have the player advantage, but they're all coming from the same side, and you can see how paranoid they are about a Rob's flank. You can see how paranoid they are about him coming around the back, but he's not this time. Rain, oh, they go in! Sampaius and Snappy, 2 kills away. Looking at that grand final, Snappy and the Ence side have done it! A war fought between Faze and Ence. Every round, more and more. But it is Ence who come out on top.
An absolute marathon, and who stepped up? Sampaius, by the end of that, questioning what he would do on the stage. Incredible opping. Njorts, here's first big time on a big stage in a playoff match. Started slow and recovered, showed quality. And